Here we have a question about absolute max and absolute minimum. Step 1 for absolute max and minimum is find first derivative. So let's do part A. The function is, there's a typo here, this should be negative. Negative x squared plus 4x plus 12. We are working on interval 0 to 5. First derivative is negative 2x plus 4. That's step 1. Step 2 is to find critical points. Okay. Critical points come from either f prime equal to 0 or f prime x does not exist. For this f prime, this is a polynomial. Therefore, it exists everywhere. We don't need to work this. So f prime x0, that means negative 2x plus 4, 0. Negative 2x is equal to negative 4. X is equal to negative 4 by negative 2, 2. So our critical point is 2. You need to check if this is in the interval. This is in the interval, so we are good, right? That's step 2. Step 3 is draw a table of values of endpoints. Which are the endpoints? 0 and 5. So your endpoints and your critical point. What is your critical point? 2. Remember, these were endpoints and this one is critical point. At these x values, you want to find f of x. So f of x meaning f of 0 is gonna be, let's delete that, make it bigger. F of 0 is gonna be negative 0 square plus 4 times 0 plus 12, 12. F of 2, negative 2 square plus 4 times 2 plus 12. 4 times 2 is 8 minus 4, 4 plus 12, 16. F of 5, negative 5 square plus 4 times 5 plus 12. Negative 25 plus 20, negative 5 plus 5 equal to 7. Now, once you have the values, you need to check out of these values 3, 12, 16 and 7, which one is maximum? 16. So, F has absolute maximum at x is equal to 2 and absolute maximum value is equal to 16. Okay. And where is it minimum? 7. Therefore, F has absolute minimum value at x is equal to 5 and absolute minimum value is 7. Let's work on part B. The function is 2 cosine x plus cosine 2x. Step 1 is to find first derivative. Cosine's derivative is negative sine. Cosine's derivative is negative sine, but here it is 2x times 2. Second step is to find critical point. Critical points is where f prime x is equal to 0 or f prime x does not exist. Cosine exists everywhere, so this is not required. Only thing you need to do is f prime x equal to 0. Equal to 0. We know from trig that sine 2x is equal to 2 sine x cosine x. That's the double angle formula. We are going to use that. Negative 2 sine x minus 2. Sine 2x is 2 sine x cosine x equal to 0. You see, we can factor negative 2 sine x from these two. Negative 2 sine x factor. What will be left in the first term? 1 plus 2 cosine x equal to 0. Either sine x equal to 0 or 1 plus 2 cosine x equal to 0. Sine x is 0 when x is 0 or pi or 2 pi. We don't need to do 2 pi because interval is given only from 0 to 3 pi by 2. This is 0 if 2 cosine x is equal to negative 1 cosine x is equal to negative half. When is cosine negative half? When it's in the second quadrant or the third quadrant. So x will be equal to 2 pi by 3 or 4 pi by 3. So both in this 0 and pi are in the interval and 2 pi by 3 and 4 pi by 3 in the interval. So now what's the next step? You draw a table of values. The endpoints are 0 and 3 pi by 2, and critical points are pi, 2 pi by 3 and 4 pi by 3. At these values of x, you need to find function's value. So 2 cosine 0 plus cosine 2 times 0. Cosine 0 is 1. So 2 plus 1 equal to 3. 2 cosine pi plus cosine 2 pi. Cosine pi is negative 1, so negative 2, plus cosine 2 pi is 1. That's negative 1. 2 cosine 2 pi by 3 plus cosine 2 times 2 pi by 3. Cosine 2 pi by 3 is in the second quadrant, so it should be negative half. 2 times negative half plus negative half. Basically, negative 1, negative half, negative 3 by 2. 2 cosine 4 pi by 3 plus cosine 2 times 4 pi by 3. Cosine 4 pi by 3 is in the third quadrant, so negative 2 times negative half. And cosine 8 pi by 3. You see, this is, let's fix that. 2 times 8, 2 times 4, 8 pi by 3. 8 pi by 3 is coming in the first quadrant. That's going to be half. So that is negative 1 plus half is equal to negative half. 3 pi by 2. 2 cosine 3 pi by 2 plus cosine 2 times 3 pi by 2. Cosine 3 pi by 2 is 0. This 2 cancels. Cosine 3 pi is negative 1. So basically negative 1. Now once we find the values, we need to see out of these which one is maximum. So which one is maximum? I think it's 3. So f has absolute maximum value of 3 at x is equal to 0. Which one is the lowest? Negative 1, negative 3 by 2, negative half, negative 1. This one is the lowest. So f has absolute minimum value of negative 3 by 2 at x is equal to 2 pi by 3. Actually, you know what? Cosine 8 pi by 3 is also negative half. So that is also becoming negative 3 by 2. So local minimum is happening at two places, 2 pi by 3 and 4 pi by 3. Both of them are coming negative 3 by 2.